Cozy games are flooding the market. That means there's a lot of good ones and a lot of bad ones. I'm here to help you pick out the good ones. So many of the cozy games being churned out right now can be categorized as
Insert cute animal.
moves to,
Insert new town.
and opens a.
Insert farm or cafe.
They lack originality and character. And here's my main problem with cozy games. They are flatlining. Since cozy games aim to be relaxing, they have a laid-back approach where you are never put under pressure to complete a task or put in a situation where you must make an intense decision. Since they lack the risk, they also lack the reward. No lows means no highs either. What makes a game fun is its balance of risk versus reward. In order to have a satisfying gameplay loop, you need to have both. In these games, the risks you take do not feel punishing when you fail. Failure is necessary for learning in games. There is a lot of reward in learning from failure. I've compiled a list of games that combines two genres. Half of it is relaxing, and the other half is intense. Here are recommendations for dipping your toes into some fringe cozy games. We are kicking off the list with Dave the Diver. This is an action-adventure and management game. During the day, you explore the deep sea and catch fish. At night, you use the ingredients you gathered for your sushi restaurant. The cozy part is the restaurant management side. The non-cozy part is shooting fish with harpoons and guns and diving further into the dangerous depths of the ocean. Hold on, hear me out, please. There is so much fun and cozy stuff to do in this game. Not only will you fix up your restaurant and increase your acclaim, you will also collect artifacts for an archaeologist. You'll gather plants for a researcher. You'll collect ocean life trading cards with the Marinka app and track how many different fish you've captured. You'll take photos of rare deep sea creatures for a local magazine, and you'll upgrade your weapons and equipment. There's also different character storylines to progress through, and there's even a storyline for the cat. My favorite part was selecting the sushi dishes for the menu every day. I loved watching my restaurant grow and get more and more popularity. If you still aren't sold on Dave the Diver, then luckily for you, there's a free demo available, so you can try before you buy. But more than likely, this will be you. Next on the list is Cult of the Lamb. This is a roguelike game where you play as a cute little lamb who is saved from death by a godlike being. You are tasked with starting a cult and gathering followers to build your base. The cozy part is the base building. The non-cozy part is the dungeon crawling. You need to enter dungeons to gather resources and gain new followers. It's the perfect balance of risk versus reward. You need to keep your cult happy and obedient by making sure they are well fed and have a place to rest their head every night. Or they will start to act out, which is also fun. As you grow your cult, you will unlock farming and housing upgrades. You will be able to put your cult members to work by gathering resources or aiding you on your dungeon crawls. What's most fun is getting to decide what type of cult you want to run. Will you choose good or evil? You will make decisions like, should we eat people or not eat people? Should we celebrate with a feast or suffer through fasting? Cult of the Lamb is great for getting into the roguelike genre. It has an easy mode for the dungeon crawls. That's the level I played on, and I found the gameplay easy to learn and get into. I highly recommend checking out Cult of the Lamb. I love this game so much I played it through twice. Moving on to our next game on the list, it's called Dredge. Dredge is an eerie fishing adventure game where you play as a fisherman who arrives at the coastal town of Greater Morrow. As you explore, you discover abandoned shipwrecks and capture mutated fish, realizing something's not right around here. The cozy part is the exploring and resource gathering. The non-cozy part is the horror elements. There are deep-sea creatures that want to murder you. There's a panic meter that increases at night and causes hallucinations, making you question what is real and what is not. Okay, hold on and hear me out, please. Sit. Wait. The gameplay loop is super satisfying and hard to put down. You go out and adventure, collect fish and resources, and then use them to make money and upgrade your boat. I enjoyed the mini games for collecting fish and dredging up resources, and then placing the Tetris-like items in my boat to get everything to fit. I loved exploring the map and collecting every type of fish for my encyclopedia. The art style is not cozy, but it is oddly charming. From the landscapes of the various islands to the characters of the townsfolk, you feel immersed in the game's environment. So give Dredge a try. I think you'll have a lot of fun playing it if you give it a chance. Okay, let's get some bongos. My number 1 off-brand cozy game is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Yes, I'm going to pitch this game as cozy. Breath of the Wild is an action-adventure game where you play as Link and set out to save Princess Zelda and prevent Calamity Ganon from destroying the world. Stay with me, please! It's an open world and you can go anywhere and do anything. This gives you the freedom to decide your own path to playing the game. There's cooking, there's foraging, you can catch bugs and fish and go hunting. The collecting in this game is super satisfying, especially with all the different outfits and upgrades. The map is filled with puzzles to solve. There's even a side quest where you build and decorate your own house and then build an entire town. See, it's chock full of cozy. Also, know that you can run away from most enemies. So use this to your advantage in the beginning. Focus on collecting weapons and resources and gaining more hearts and stamina. Then you will feel more equipped to battle monsters. And if you get stuck, you can always watch a tutorial or ask a friend for advice. But the best part about this game is, there's all sorts of different ways to play it. There's not one singular way to solve a puzzle or fix a problem. This makes it easy to learn and progress. You will rarely get stuck at an obstacle and want to put down the game. It's so fun to look out at the landscape, see something, and think,
I want to go to there.
And then you figure out how. Will you die? Yes. But will you feel like a failure? No! You will feel encouraged to try again and approach the quests in a different way. The game is absolutely beautiful. The landscapes are stunning. I have an affinity for collecting mushrooms in video games. Breath of the Wild is great for this. And there's so many different kinds of mushrooms and other ingredients to collect and status benefits to use. I was initially going to recommend the sequel, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, but then I played the beginning of Tears and realized it wasn't nearly as approachable to new gamers as Breath of the Wild. The beginning area, the Great Plateau, is much easier to progress. I fear cozy gamers will start Tears of the Kingdom, get overwhelmed on the Sky Islands, and put it down after an hour or two. I don't feel this way about Breath of the Wild. In fact, Breath of the Wild was the game that got me into video games. For a while, I only played Pokemon games. And then my boyfriend convinced me to try Breath of the Wild, and now it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's considered by many to be the greatest game of all time. Seriously, I can't say enough good things about this game. Go play it, you will not regret it. Dave the Diver sells for just $20. Cult of the Lamb and Dredge both sell for $25. Breath of the Wild costs the most, selling for $60. Dave the Diver takes about 25 hours to complete the main story, but I played over 50 hours completing everything. Cult of the Lamb is about 15 hours to beat, and it takes closer to 30 hours to complete everything. Dredge is fairly short, and you can complete it in about 10 hours. Lastly, Breath of the Wild's main story will take about 50 hours to complete, but there's endless things to do and side quests to complete. I've played over 250 hours of this game. Cult of the Lamb and Dredge are both available on all platforms. Dave the Diver is available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Steam. Breath of the Wild is only available on the Nintendo Switch. I hope you enjoyed these recommendations. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to hit subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.